on a tandem every fine weekend. Tingling, 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 ring the bell around the bend. Two on a tandem with skies of blue above, just speeding along at random with the one you love. Traveling along the country road, oh what a lovely ride. There are such pretty things to see, nature is by your side. Two on a tandem with skies of blue above, just speeding along at random with the one you love. Two on a tandem every fine weekend. Tingling, 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 ring the bell around the bend. Two on a tandem with skies of blue above, just speeding along at random with the one you love. Traveling along the country road, oh what a lovely ride. There are such pretty things to see, nature is by your side. Two on a tandem with skies of blue above, just speeding along at random with the one you love. Fun song. This was a request by a friend of mine, and an internet friend of mine. The song was from 1950, so it's relatively new, but it has kind of an interesting history, and that is, it was written by a fellow named Elwyn Jones in 1950, and it was an entrance to a songwriting competition in England, and the prize back then, I believe, was £1,000. So back in 1950, £1,000 would probably be about, I don't know, $5,000 US now, maybe more like $10,000 US. So it was a really good prize, and this was the winner back then. I think it was a radio station perhaps that had this songwriting competition. At any rate, Two on a Tandem, you'll be able to find the song sheet at UkesterBrown.com. And thanks for your submissions or your requests. Occasionally I'm able to do requests. And I would have gotten to this one sooner, but things got in the way and life got in the way. Now, the reason why this person had trouble doing this is it's not a difficult song. She was having trouble getting the chords, and here's why. The recording that she was using, I'm pretty sure it's the recording she was using to try to figure out the chords is in the key of G sharp. Not many of us in the ukulele world, especially if we play open chord shapes, right, are used to playing in the key of G sharp. So how do I find which chords work? Because you don't encounter a G sharp, right? But when you start barring and you start experimenting, you're able to figure out where the G sharp is, right? So if we have our F shape, make it like this for our bar up, and we slide it up one, we have our F sharp, we have our G, and we have our G sharp. Now, knowing where your G sharp is isn't the answer to being able to transpose a song, but it gives you a guideline when we're able to move these shapes around and figure out where we're hearing them in the song, because then if I was able to hear this, okay, that's in there, and if I'm able to figure out that's a G sharp chord, okay, if I were to make it into G, what could I do with this? What other chords fit in the key of G? Which is what I've done with the arrangement that I have here. It's in the key of G, so the only chords you're going to encounter are G, C, D7, and A7. Those are the only chords, G, C, D7, and A7. Now there's room for a lot of fun on this song. One is, I was playing the D7, that Hawaiian D7, which is 2 open, 2 open. But then I was switching to the bar D7 to break up the oral monotony of hearing just this all the time, or this all the time. The other fun thing you can do is, I did it on my last time through, I was going to do it twice, but nature is by your side. When it's this D7, it goes, well, it'd be traveling along the country road. Oh, what a lovely ride. Here I walked it down to our A7. There are such pretty things to see. Nature is by your side. You can slide your thumb or your finger up and get a fun little slide up there to kind of accentuate that. And the other part that I did here was the walk down with the C. Now here I had it barred, right? So it went, oh, traveling along the country road. Oh, what a lovely ride. And then to our A7. There are such pretty things to see. Nature is by your side. That's where I did that. But if we're playing open chords, we can do that same walk down. Instead of doing C, C flat, which is a B. Yeah, it's not a C flat, it's a B. B, C, B, B flat to our A7. You can do it this way. You can go C, we're at our C. So it'd be traveling along the country road. Oh, what a lovely ride. There are such pretty things to see. Nature's by your side. So we did that same walk down with our C major 7, our C7 to our A7. So we kind of get that same feel. Now I don't have them on my song sheet. I have the basic outline here. Remember, I call this a framework for fun. You're able to add your tweaks, your funs, all those kind of things you want to do just like this. I wouldn't have wanted to put this on there because how would I even know how to diagram it? I suppose I could do a D7 with one of those little squirgly things, you know, like piano glissandos, is that what they're called? Beats me, but that I guess is what I'm doing, right? Is that slide up. So, but you know, if this was played by a group, how fun would this be to be able to have somebody with a bike horn in it, or a bike bell, ding, 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 ding. And matter of fact, in the recording that this is in, if you look it up, the second time through the song, you can hear the band members making sounds like ducks in the park, whack, 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 like they're riding their bike through the park. Have you ever experienced a tandem? I have. I've had 2 of them, and they are fun. Doing something in partnership in tandem with someone like that's a lot of fun, and before you know it, you're going much too faster. So you can imagine riding through the park, how exciting it is and was. So if you get a chance, ride a tandem. And in the meantime, go over to UkesterBrown.com and look up for the song sheet, 2 on a Tandem. And thanks to my friend who recommended this, Key of G, it's an easy one. 2 on a tandem, every fine weekend or whenever you want to play it. Have a great day. Get the song sheet at UkesterBrown.com.